Someone asked me a question. When something bad happens to somebody, we all know that it is always on their nature, right? They are thinking about it a lot of times, but eventually there comes a point where they are ready to let it go. But somewhere there is a guilt if they let this go, like something that troubled them for so many years. There is a guilt where they don't want to let the past go. They feel guilty of letting go. So why does that happen, and how do we let go that guilt? So guys, I think this struggle is coming from misunderstanding that something is either unpleasant or terrible that one may encounter one's life. It can just happen to anybody in so many different ways. If it happens, people think they must forget it. No, you should never forget it. If something terrible happens to you, you should never forget it. I repeat, you should never. Because if you forget it, you may walk into it again. But we must know the difference between what is memory and what is living. You are living. Memory is a dead memory. You are supposed to use it as a wisdom to see such things don't happen to you in your life. But it's a fact that for most people, what happened 10 years ago, they still suffer. What may happen 10 days ago, they are already suffering. What may happen day after tomorrow, they are already suffering. 10 years ago, 10 days ago, it doesn't exist right now. What may happen the day after tomorrow, it doesn't exist right now. Does it? No. So you are safely essentially something that doesn't exist. If you are suffering something that does not even exist on some level, it means insanity, right? I know this may sound cruel. See, you are carrying a pains like a baggage. Don't do that. When something bad happens to us, something hurts us, we can either become wise or wisdom. Wise with wisdom or wounded. This is choice we have. Either we can become wise with it or we can become wounded with it. Life is just a certain amount of time. It is ticking away. It is going away from all of us. So in this, where we have no time to carry experience like wound, no. This must become a wisdom. If terrible thing happens to you, you must become wiser than others, sooner than others, isn't it? But unfortunately, most people choose to become wounded simply because in our systems of education, we have done nothing about the nature of human mind. We are busy studying frogs, cockroaches, trees, chemistry, physics, plants and everything. No attention to the nature of this one. So we don't know how to use our faculties. The greatest faculties we have right now is human mind, is have a vivid memory of everything that happened. You can remember it as it is alive right now. Guys, there is an archive in your mind which you can replay the whole video if you want. But this has become a problem. You started suffering the old movies and they are fantastic sense of imagination. So you already suffer tomorrow which is yet to come. This is basically because we have not taught our children and people in the world how to employ our faculties, how to use our memory, how to use our imagination, how to experience life right now, how to sharpen your experience. The whole world is happening between 3 dimensions: memory, present experience and imagination. We call them Trikala, 3 dimensions of life. All experience of life is happening here. But if you lose the difference between what is past, present and future, everything hurts. But not everything, everybody is terribly hurt. Unfortunately, few people, but they have happened. But rest of the people are simply suffering something, isn't it? Because fashionable to suffer. People think they are suffering. They are very intellectual. They are very profound. No, it's just a stupid. Because you are suffering something that doesn't even exist. So this is madness. Has encouraged simply because we never train people how to use their faculties. Do you agree with me, guys? Human machine that you carry, I carry, is the most sophisticated machine on the planet. User's manual, have you read it? No. When you will read it on your last day? If you do not understand the nature, what it is, how will you put this into your life? It is consuming you. Your intelligence is consuming you. You can call it stress, anxiety, pain, suffering, whatever. Essentially your intelligence is turned against you. This all the reality is. If your intelligence is working for you, taking instructions from you, you can keep yourself blissed out, wouldn't you? Your intelligence is turned against you. Why? As your intelligence turns against you, that's what you need to look about you. Work on it.